The Delhi tailor and Lord Jagannath. So this is right here at home. This is during the Mughal times. There was a famous tailor. He was a famous tailor in Delhi. His name was Parameshti. He was ugly, very ugly, and hunchbacked. But he was a devotee. He was born in a devotee family. He possessed all good qualities. And his wife, Bimala, was very beautiful and humble, and she possessed all good qualities. He was a very expert tailor, and the Muslim king, the Mughal king in Delhi, he employed him in making his clothes and outfits. So the Muslim king got some very, very costly gold embroidered cloth, gold cloth with all gold lame and all these things on it. And not only that, it was very fragrant. It was decorated with pearls and diamonds, expensive cloth. So the king requested the Delhi tailor, said, please make some nice pillows for me. 2 pillows for my love seat or whatever. And so the tailor immediately began the job, executing the job, sewing these pillows. And right around that time was the time of Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri. And at least in those days, this is 500 years ago, the way Jagannath was moved from the temple to the cart, the Rath cart, was they would have these big pillows, and they would, because the Lord's very heavy, and they can't put him on the ground because that's like a fence. So they would carry him. All these pandas that maybe you've seen on television, they would carry him, lift him, and then carry him as much as they could. They would get tired, they need to rest. And they would set him down on one of these big pillows. They're called tuli. In Bengali they say tuli. And sometimes when they put him down on the pillow, it was a little bit forceful when they rested Jagannath's body on the pillow. And when he laid on the pillow, because the pillow is full of cotton and some hairs from silk hairs from some tree, it would go like a cracker. Like you'd blow a balloon up, make a sound, big cracking sound, and all the cotton feathers would fly in the air like this. So it was a very entertaining thing. Now they have a different system that they use. So this festival was going on. So this devotee, this Parameshti, this hunchback person from Delhi, that's good tailor, he was also a great devotee. So he was thinking, now is Rath Yatra time, and this Pandava, it's called the Panduvijay ceremony, where the Lord comes out and mounts his chariot before the Rath Yatra festival. And this festival is going on, and the Lord is going from pillow to pillow. And I made these wonderful pillows. This is only a contemplation. It's a meditation, and it's dhyanam. It was like a daydream type thing. He was just thinking, in Puri this is going on like this, Pandavijay ceremony, and these pillows, I made these for the king. But this king is a useless person of this world. He's a mortal being. Of course, king is a very high position, respectable position, Naradeva. But nevertheless, he's still a mortal being, and there's such a costly, beautiful, embroidered with diamonds and pearls and gold lame and such costly pillows, such an opulent, costly, luxurious pillow. This should rightfully be offered to the Bhagavan. And these pillows would be so nice if Lord Jagannath could sit on these pillows rather than the king lounging around on these pillows. These should be offered to the supreme king, the king of all kings, God himself, Jagannath. He was thinking like this. So when he came out of his reverie or his meditation, he looked and he saw there was only one pillow. He had finished 2 pillows and he was about to send them over to the Muslim king, having completed the job. Then when he came out of his meditation, he saw there was only one pillow. Because what had happened, while he was meditating like that, Jagannath tuned into his meditation. And Jagannath came and snatched one pillow and took one pillow to Puri to sit down on as he moved out of the temple. So now the messenger from the king came to see the tailor. And he said, "Are those pillows ready?" And he saw that one pillow was missing, and he thought, uh-oh. So then he what to do? So he immediately went to the king, and when the messenger ordered the 2 pillows, he said, "Listen, I'll bring them." So then Parameshti, the Delhi tailor, went to the king, and he said, "Here, king, here's one pillow." And the king said, "Where's the other pillow? I ordered 2 pillows." And then he told the story. He immediately fell at the feet. And he said, actually the other pillow has been taken by Lord Jagannath. And the king said, have you become mad? Jagannath Puri is 1,000 kilometers from here. And of course he's a Muslim king. And how is he has God has no hands, no legs. How does he reach over here and in your tailor's shop and take one of my pillows? You've become a crazy man. And pagal. How is it possible? And this is, now you've offended me and you've stolen my pillow. Now I have to put you to death. And then Parameshti said, listen, I do not fear death, but I will tell you about the power of Lord Jagannath. He is there in Puri in his Daru Brahma form, but at the same time he is all over the universe. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyaktamurtina. In Bhagavad Gita. He is all over. He's the supreme controller of the universe. Whenever you call him, wherever you are in the universe, he can hear you, even though he is sitting in Puri. According to the devotion of his dearmost devotees, he will accept things from them, regardless of how great a distance is separating him from the devotee. He accepts according to the mood of the devotee. When the king heard this explanation, he became very angry. You sinful, low-caste person, now you listen to me. I do not have an ounce of devotion, yet you are filled with so much devotion. At any rate, now I will put you to death. Then you can just call on your Ishtadev. Let's see how your Lord can save you now. Arrest this man! Take this hunchback to the prison and tie him in ropes. And then we'll finish him off. Let him die of starvation. Let's see how his Lord will save him. Ta-dun, ta-dun. Parameshti was carried away, thrown in the prison. And he fell on his hands and knees and started praying. Oh, Dinabandhu, Jagatpate, Jagannath, Chakrapani, Gajendra, Ram Danurdar, Kripa Sindhu, Bhaktavatsal, Dina Janabandhu, Nilachalanath, etc., etc. Praying like this, he started chanting the holy names of the Lord, then he fell asleep. That night, Lord Jagannath came to Delhi and entered the prison house where his devotee was detained. The Lord looked very effulgent, and he cast his merciful glance upon his devotee, Parameshti. Immediately, Parameshti was released from the shackles which he was bound by the king, and the ropes fell off from his body. He saw Jagannath before him, and Jagannath spoke to him, "My dear devotee, why are you worried? As long as I am with you, you need not fear anyone or anything. As long as I have my Sudarshan in my hand, my devotees are most powerful and well protected." Then Jagannath put his lotus feet on the head of Parameshti. Immediately his hunchback disappeared. He became straight and very beautiful. Just see the good fortune of Parameshti. Then Jagannath went to the house of the Mughal king in Delhi, who was sleeping very deeply. And he said, "Foolish, ignorant king, I have given you this position, yet you are unaware of this, that you have received this position only by my grace. You have wrongly punished my devotee, only because he gave me a simple pillow. Don't you understand that everything in this universe belongs to me? He simply returned my possession to me. I order you to immediately release him from the prison house. Fall at his feet and worship him. If you do not do this, I will finish you along with your entire family. I will cut you all to pieces." Then the Lord started to whip the king's back. The king felt so much pain that he woke up from his dream shouting, "Help, help." He thought he was having a nightmare. But then he saw red marks on his back, and he understood that this was not an ordinary dream. Who could have possibly done this, he thought. He must be God. He came here to teach me a lesson. He did this for his devotee. If I delay in carrying out his orders, then I will be in great trouble. Early next morning, the king unlocked the cell door. He was surprised to see that Parameshti was already free from the ropes and shackles. Then again he confirmed his intuition that Bhagavan's hand was at work over here also. So then he offered a garland to Parameshti and chandan and decorated him with many ornaments and put a turban of respect, patani sari, on his head and said, "My dear Parameshti, from today on you will become our family guru." So 1 minute he was a Delhi tailor. The minute before he was a Delhi tailor. Now he was the guru of the Mughal Raj. The king then brought his main elephant and sat Parameshti on top of the elephant and paraded him around Delhi in a great procession while the king sang his glories. Afterwards the king took Parameshti back to the palace. Parameshti continued to worship Lord Jagannath without any obstacle, and at the end of his life he went back to the spiritual world. Parameshti, the Delhi tailor, ki jai. So see, there's hope for all of us. Even a lowly tailor, what do they call a tailor in Hindi? Darzi. A lowly Darzi can go back to God and get the direct mercy of the Lord. Become the guru of the Mughal king.